If it's not Leadhome, it's got to be a company that does exactly the same as Leadhome, and good luck to that, because from what I've seen of Leadhome, I don't think anybody's going to catch them for a long time. From as far back as I can remember, I wanted to be a lawyer. I was admitted as an attorney in 1978, and immediately after that I hooked up with two good friends from university, and we built, with a whole lot of good people, we built an incredible and successful law practice on the East Rand, which specialized in retail conveyancing. And I started to harbor an interest in perhaps owning my own real estate business. A national brand, a big national brand, offered me the opportunity to take 3 franchises in KwaZulu-Natal. I thought this was going to be a piece of cake, you know. But I learned very quickly that the life and the job of a real estate agent is an incredibly demanding, highly responsible, and it's not for everybody. We survived, but we didn't flourish. And about 3 years into it, and quite a few rands and cents later, I had the opportunity to swap my interest in the franchises in KwaZulu-Natal and enter into a franchise in Bedfordview with the same brand. My wife and I, Laura, joined them in 2008, and that's when the journey began, or the next part of the journey commenced, in really getting myself embedded into a national franchise system and into what we always talked about as traditional real estate. The beginning of a turning point, which I probably only recognized by looking back sometime later, was when digitalization started to enter the arena. It gave all estate agencies, whether they were franchised or not, big or small, access to the same showroom to display their products. With that, you started to accumulate or to acquire a far more informed market, a consumer that was far more savvy. I started to see within my own franchise group that moves were being made to change the system. But what I didn't see was any move to change the technical platforms, the tech platform. I looked at a number of models, and there were some pretty sexy things that were out there in the market. And one day a colleague of mine in the legal profession said to me, "Would you be interested in talking to Leadhome?" So when this upstart appeared on the horizon, we put it down as best we could. Because it was an online system, the attitude of agents as well was, this is a system that is designed to put agents out of work. When I first sat down with Marcel and Harry, I think the thing that struck me the most was that so much of the perception that had been built up for me of what Marcel and Harry and Leadhome were doing was dispelled probably in the first 15 minutes of that discussion. They were transparent, and they showed me what they'd done. They confessed to the mistakes that they'd made. It was just such a moment of upliftment for me, because I suddenly realized that these were the components of a real estate business that I felt I could fit into, and that the people around me could fit into. They had evolved into a full real estate service. It offered everything that I had ever experienced in traditional real estate franchising and more. It was everything that estate agents really needed to be able to rely upon. A full service real estate agency which focused on making the life of an estate agent more comfortable and more productive. They also told me what I already knew, and that is that so many traditional estate agents spend huge amounts of their time looking for leads, conjuring up business, prospecting and canvassing for business, and then a whole lot more time administering their own endeavors. And what I saw here was clearly that they developed a system that would take all that pain and drudgery away from the agent in order to allow the agent to focus on the main task at hand for an estate agent. Okay, so I walked out of that first meeting with an air of excitement. I thought I'd arrived, I'd seen, in fact I was convinced, I'd seen the model that I'd been looking for. I was also impressed with the energy I got out of that meeting, the confidence and the sincerity that I saw in Marcel and Harry. And I'd seen so much of real estate from all angles that I was absolutely convinced, there was no hesitation, and I knew that I could sell it to my own people. It was relatively easy once the decision had been made, once they'd accepted the principle, because then the Leadhome team just moved in. It was a well-planned operation which won the confidence of the people that we brought over. We've been in it for 11 weeks, nearly 12 weeks. We're growing from strength to strength. We've managed to keep the culture. We intend to be one of the best teams around. We're incredibly excited. And it's a story that I want to tell over and over again to so many people that have also traveled this journey over many years in real estate, and to those who are planning to travel this journey in real estate. There is only one option, and there's only one model that fits the future of real estate, and that's Leadhome.